Welcome to my presentation. In this presentation, we shall look at how to simplify variable expressions. Let us see. Let us take an example. In this example, we want to simplify an expression of this type: 3a minus 2 times a minus 7b. These are a bit more involved, but at the same time not that difficult to solve. So the way we want to simplify them is write them out in these different steps. First, we want to simplify. We want to make sure that we distribute this 2 to every one of the terms inside this set of parentheses. The 3a is by itself. It is standalone. It is by itself. We are not going to disturb that. So let's write this here. 3a, and then we're going to distribute the negative 2 to every one of the terms inside the parentheses. The way we can write it out is as follows. Negative 2 times a, negative 2 times negative 7b, like that, right? And then in step 2, we'll simplify the process. 3a, nothing is happening here. Negative 2 times a is negative 2a. Negative times negative is a positive. 2 times 7 is 14b. Since there are similar terms here, 3a and 2a are similar terms, we will combine them. We'll combine them in this next step. We will combine them as if we are combining whole numbers. Why are they similar terms? The variable terms are the same, and therefore we can combine them. We can combine them as if we are combining whole numbers. 3 minus 2 is 1. Since we have the variable term there, we can write it as 1a or just a, like that. And then we have 14b by itself. Since a is a different variable and b is a different variable, we're going to leave this answer in this manner here. And that is how we can use the distribution property, collect similar looking terms, and arrive at the answer. Let's look at another example. In this example, let's say we want to simplify this expression. Negative 2 times a minus 2b and minus of minus a plus 3b. Let's say we have an expression of this kind and we want to simplify this. Let us go one step at a time. First things first, we want to distribute the negative 2 to every one of the terms inside this set of parentheses. This negative 2 belongs to this set of parentheses. In here, we do not have any number outside of the parentheses, so therefore we can imagine as if there is a 1 there. The 1s are implied, we said. So therefore, we'll treat it as negative 1, and we'll distribute this negative 1 to every one of the terms inside this set of parentheses. Let's write that step down. Negative 2 times a, we are distributing now. Negative 2 times negative b. We have distributed the negative 2 to every one of those terms inside that set of parentheses. Next, we're going to take the negative 1 and then distribute it to the second set of parentheses. The terms inside the second set of parentheses. Negative 1 times negative a, like that. And then negative 1 times positive 3b. We have distributed all the terms successfully. Now in the next step, we will simplify the terms. Negative 2 times a is negative 2a. Negative times negative is a positive. 2 times 2 is 4, and the variable term we have is b. Negative 1 times negative a. Negative times negative is a positive. 1 times a is a. And then in the last term here, negative 1 times positive 3b. Negative times positive is a negative. 1 times 3b is 3b. So therefore, now it came down to some a's and some b's, b terms. So in our next step, we will simplify this process some more. Let me write this in a bit more clean manner. 3. So we will collect all the similar looking terms. And what are the similar looking terms? Negative 2a plus a. These are the similar looking terms. And then we have plus 4b minus 3b. These are similar looking terms. Therefore, we can simplify them as follows. Negative 2a plus 1a will be negative 1a, or just negative a, like that, since the ones are implied. And then 4b minus 3b. 4 minus 3 is going to be equal to 1b, or just b, negative a plus b, and therefore that is where we want to leave it. This is our answer. We have used the distribution property, we have used the similar terms property, and then be able to simplify the terms and arrive at this answer in this manner. Let's look at one more example here. And in this example, let's say we want to simplify 7 times a minus 2b minus of minus a minus 2b. Let's say we have an expression like that, and we want to use the distribution property and then be able to distribute it out, collect the like terms if there are any, and then express our final answer. So we go to take the 7 and then distribute it to every one of the terms inside this first set of parentheses, and then we're going to take negative. Since we do not have a number after the negative sign, the ones are implied, we said, so therefore we're going to write a 1 there, and then we want to read this one as the negative 1. The negative 1 term is going to be distributed to every one of the terms into the second set of parentheses. So therefore the way we can distribute this one is as follows: 7 times a plus 7 times negative 2b minus 1 times negative a minus 1 times negative 2b. So we have successfully distributed it. Now we will simplify it. In step number 2, we will simplify the process. 7 times a is 7a. Positive 7 times negative 2b. Positive times negative is a negative. 7 times 2 is 14b. Negative 1 times negative a. Negative times negative is a positive. 1 times a is an a. So that's the way it simplifies. Then the last term here, negative 1 times negative 2b. Negative times negative is a positive. 1 times 2b is just 2b, right? Then we'll write down one more step in here, and here we are starting to see that we have some similar looking terms. We will combine those similar looking terms. And what are the similar looking terms? 7a plus a. These are similar terms. And then we have negative 14b plus 2b. These are similar looking terms. So when we simplify that, 7a plus 1a, that's what it means. 7a plus 1a will be equal to 8a. And then negative 14b plus 2b. Negative 14 plus 2b will be negative 12b. We are subtracting negative 12b. So this is the way we want to be able to use the properties which we know. In this case, we have used the distribution property, we have used the combining similar terms property, and then being able to arrive at this answer. There are no more similar terms in here, therefore that is where we want to leave it. In my next presentation, we shall look at some more examples related to distribution property and how to simplify variable expressions.